In this demo, we're going to go through and create a folder and folder target in Windows 2008 Server DFS. Now, the way we're going to do that is we're going to go to Start, Administrative Tools, and we're going to go to DFS Management. Now, this DFS Management, same console we saw in our previous demo. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to expand out our namespaces and click on the namespace we created previously. Now, the way we're going to go through and do that, our intention is to do here is we have a share that we want to make available through DFS. Now, the way we're going to go through and do that is you can see a DFS is going through and it just finished up checking to make sure there are any updates or anything I need to be aware of. There were not, so I'm going to go through and I know I have a shared folder out here that I want to make available through DFS. So I go through and say, okay, new folder. I'm going to name it and say I'll call it Docs just to be short and sweet about the whole thing. And the folder target, what's it going to point to? I'll click Add, and what's it going to point to? I could type in the UNC name if I knew it, or go Browse and say, okay, here's a share I created. Go through and click OK. Click OK again because it's the right one. I'll click OK again. Now what's going to happen is it's going to go through and it's going to check that actual folder and put it in here inside of DFS, and you can see on here that I go through and check the properties of it. Where does it actually point to? How long it's going to cache it for? So I can do quite a bit of configuration with this to actually make it more resilient. Now, the cool thing about this is I can go through and add on additional folder targets on here. So let's say that this was stored in multiple locations. Let's say I had an organization where there were several folders storing this information. I could add additional targets on there very easily, and you'd still refer to it by this handle right here by Docs. So it'd be one link that's pointing to multiple targets, and you wouldn't know. An end user would just go through and see, oh, well, the information I want is just there. They don't need to know the seamy underbelly, the backside of this, and you'd be off and ready to go. You just get your information, save it, work with it, and that's it, just like you would a shared folder on a network. The only difference here is that I can change where this actually points to.